Hello students, I am Taran, class 10th mathematics teacher. Today we will begin with a new chapter, that is chapter number 2 from your NCERT books, polynomials. You have already studied in 9th standard what are polynomials, as poly means many and nomial means terms. Any expression which has many terms is said to be a polynomial. You have gone through the definition also, few terms related to the polynomials also. Once again, we will recall all those terms in brief and move to the topic which is there now in the syllabus. So first of all, the definition of polynomial: an expression of the form a naught x raised to the power n plus a1 x raised to the power n minus 1 plus so on up to an, where a naught should not be equal to 0, because if a naught is 0, then this term will vanish. A0, A1, A2 all are the constants. N is a non-negative integer and this is known as a polynomial of degree n. Here this n, that means the power of the variable, should always be a non-negative integer. Example of the polynomial is x raised to the power 4 plus 3x square minus x plus 7. As you can clearly see here, we have 4 terms and only one variable, because in our syllabus we just have polynomial in one variable. So only single variable is used with different powers of x. Now what is the degree of a polynomial? The highest power of a variable in the polynomial is known as its degree. Suppose you are given a polynomial, just look for the variable. Herein you have x and then look for the power of the variable. You have different powers. Herein you have 4, 2, 1, but which is the highest power? That is 4. So degree of this polynomial is 4. Next we have 0 of a polynomial. Very important. A real number k is said to be the 0 of the polynomial px if p of k is 0. In simple terms, what is the 0 of the polynomial? Any real number which is, when substituted in the polynomial in place of x, the answer comes out to be 0 on solving, is the 0 of the polynomial. We'll just take a simple example. Suppose you have a polynomial px that is equals to x plus 3. What value of x you can use here so that on simplification this gives you 0? So you can clearly see, if you put x is equal to minus 3, it will give you 0. So x is equals to minus 3 is called the 0 of the polynomial. You've already done it in 9th standard. Now in class 10th, we will begin with geometrical meaning of zeros of the polynomial. That means how you can find the zeros of the polynomial geometrically. Geometrically means through the graphs we will find the zeros. Now x coordinate of the point of intersection of the graph of the polynomial with x-axis is known as 0 of the polynomial. What does this statement mean? Every polynomial can be represented on the graph paper. Suppose I am having a curve over here. This curve represents some polynomial. And this curve is intersecting x-axis at 3 points. This means this polynomial has 3 zeros, wherein whatever polynomial is given to you, the curve is given to you, you just count the number of points where this curve cuts the x-axis. That gives you the zeros of the polynomial. And the values of the zeros will be the x coordinates of these points. Suppose this curve is intersecting point minus 1 comma 0 at x-axis. So the x coordinate, that is minus 1, will be the 0 of the polynomial. Same way here the curve is intersecting x-axis at 3 comma 0. So the x coordinate, that means 3, is the 0 of the polynomial. The number of the zeros of a polynomial is equal to the number of points of intersection of the graph of polynomial with x-axis. Now I'll explain it through an example. It will be easy for you. Just see, a curve is given over here. How many zeros does a polynomial px represented by this graph has? First of all, he's just asking you how many zeros it has. So just see, this curve is intersecting x-axis at how many points? 1, 2, 3. As it is intersecting at 3 points, so the polynomial has 3 zeros. Further he says, also write the values of zeros. Now if you need to write the values of these zeros, you will see that the curve intersects x-axis at 3 points, and out of those 3 points their x coordinates, that is -1, 1 and 3, they are the zeros of the polynomial. So it is quite easy to determine how many zeros a polynomial has and what are those zeros through the graph. Exercise 2.1 in your NCERT books is based on this concept of geometrical meaning of zeros. You will try those questions on your own. Further, we'll move to some important terms related to the polynomials. The first is linear polynomial. You better know that the word linear says the degree should be 1. The highest power of the variable should be 1. So the polynomial whose degree is 1, and in general form this polynomial can be written as ax plus b. So herein we have used the variable x with power 1. A and b are constants. A is not equal to 0, because if a is 0, this term will vanish. It will no longer be a linear polynomial. The graph of the linear polynomial, if you draw, it is always going to be a straight line that cuts x-axis at one point. Simply I've taken one example and drawn the graph over here. You can see the linear polynomial, when it is drawn over the graph paper, it represents a straight line that cuts the x-axis at only one point. Next we have quadratic polynomial. Same quadratic is obtained from the word quadrate, which means square. That means degree is 2. General form of quadratic polynomial is ax square plus bx plus c. Now if you draw the graph of the quadratic polynomial, the shape is parabola. Just see, this is parabola. You can have upward parabola, downward parabola, right-handed, left-handed. The parabola can have any sided shape. Now it cuts the x-axis at most 2 points. We are using the word at most. That means maximum it can cut the x-axis at 2 points. It can also cut the x-axis at less than 2 points. So the quadratic polynomial has at most 2 zeros. Number of zeros of a polynomial depends upon the degree. Whatever is the degree of the polynomial, the number of zeros will depend upon that degree. Now we come to the cubic polynomial. Word cubic, as it suggests, the degree is 3. The general cubic polynomial is ax cube plus bx square plus cx plus d, where a is not equal to 0. Again, if a is 0, this term will vanish and it will no longer then be a cubic polynomial, because then the term with the power 3 will be vanished. No longer the degree will remain 3. The graph of the cubic polynomial cuts the x-axis at most 3 points. Herein you can see a curve which is cutting the x-axis at 3 points. And the cubic polynomial has at most 3 zeros. As I'm telling you earlier also, the word at most is very, very important over here, because it can have maximum 3 zeros. Less than 3 is also possible. There's one question for you. How many zeros a polynomial of degree n has? Just see, a cubic polynomial has at most 3 zeros because its degree is 3. Now if you have a polynomial of degree n, that means it can have at most n zeros. Now we'll do some simple questions based on this zero of a polynomial. The first question says, verify that x is equal to 3 is a zero of the polynomial px is equals to 2x cube minus 5x square minus 4x plus 3. Now you just have to show that x is equals to 3 is a zero of the polynomial. That means when we put x equal to 3 in the polynomial, on solving, the answer should come out to be 0. If you solve it, and you can carefully see that the answer comes out to be 0. So x is equals to 3 is a 0 of polynomial. Similarly, we have one more question based on this concept. He says, if one of the zeros of the quadratic polynomial, a polynomial is given to you. Let us write this polynomial first. One of the zeros of this polynomial is given to be minus 3. Now he's already given ki minus 3 is the zero of this polynomial and you need to find the value of k. Now if x is equals to minus 3, is a 0 of the polynomial, put -3 in the polynomial, you should get 0 because it is a 0. So we will substitute the value in the polynomial so as to get 0. On solving this, you will get the required answer for that is 4 by 3. So the value of k comes out to be 4 by 3. Now another question based on the geometrical interpretation. The graph of the polynomial py. Most important thing, now just see the polynomial is in terms of y. Variable is changed. Earlier in all the polynomials we have used the variable x. Now the variable which is given to us is y. Find the number of zeros of this polynomial. Now you have to be very careful in this question. Just because the polynomial is in y, so you have to see how many points does the curve cuts on the y-axis. Instead of x-axis, now you will see y-axis because the polynomial is in y. Just see 1, 2, 3 and 4. As the curve intersects y-axis at 4 points, so this polynomial will have 4 zeros. I hope it is clear. Just see the next question. The graph y is equals to px is given. Find the zeros of the polynomial. Now in this question you have to find the zeros. Now just see, this curve cuts the x-axis at 3 points. So definitely it is going to have 3 zeros. But what are the zeros? We need to find the values also. Just see, the curve cuts the x-axis at -1, 2 and 4. So -1, 2 and 4. They are the zeros of this polynomial. Simply you just have to look for the points where the curve cuts the x-axis, and from there the value of the x coordinate gives you the 0 of the polynomial. In the same way you have to do the examples of exercise 2.1 as well as exercise 2.1. Thank you.